It's good to have Josh and Matt in from the afters. The other guy's sleeping in.
Those lazy bums.
I'm telling you, right?
Good morning.
So here's the thing. I've been worried all morning. Okay.
We heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've heard.
We heard,
okay.
yes,
We were listening.
We've been
on
So
our way
you
in.
know about the air fryer situation that we have this morning.
Some
so
big things going on here in the studio.
yeah. I don't know if you like peanut butter and jelly. Evidently, they're gonna fry it up
So
for you
I've
with
never
these.
tried that. I love air frying though. Mm-hmm. Air frying is, if you don't have an air fryer in your home, it is a revolutionary thing for the home. It really is.
I have one. I just don't know how to use it.
Well, she brought it.
I did.
Yeah.
Plopped it right on the
You
counter.
will
and I
never
was
go
like, no,
back.
I don't know.
Because you can fry up all kinds of things without all the extra grease and fat. And
That's exactly what
This
we're
is
doing
gonna
here.
be my very first air fryer experience.
Are you
ever.
for real?
I've never used one, had anything.
okay,
that was,
wings in an air fryer
Right.
are fantastic because they're nice and crispy.
Are we having
but
wings?
Without all the
Is that
extra-
what we're having?
No, we're
No.
having some. I'm picking
Crustable
up,
things.
On Crustables.
On crust.
The whole point of them
Uncrustables.
is that they're packaged peanut butter and jellies with no crust around them so that kids will eat them. But now we have decided, because everything tastes better fried, that we should fry it.
Yeah,
That's
makes
the
it all
thing.
really healthy.
But, air frying, a little more healthy. But
It's like a
please
state
don't-
fair right here.
Yes. But please don't base your air frying experience on this because so far it has proved to be
so far,
a little
you
bit
smell that?
of a
I do.
disaster.
I'm
It smells-
concerned
Yeah.
about that.
You know, it doesn't smell as bad as maybe I think you think it does.
It smells like it's about to explode.
I'm intrigued by this
I don't
smell,
know.
actually. I'm very intrigued by it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try these.
When I walked in, I thought it smelled like a donut shop.
I guess that
that's-
kind of does.
That's better than what I thought it smelled like. So
Same. Are they done?
no, they take time.
How long does it take?
Deliciousness takes time, Rob.
Is there a timer?
Yes.
Can anybody
Good
see the
things-
timer?
Good things come to those who wait.
4 minutes.
4
minutes.
minutes.
4
We gotta
minutes
wait
to
4
deliciousness.
minutes?
You have to wait for
This is not
deliciousness.
microwave. You know, this is.
I'm already underwhelmed with this whole thing. So the Afters are with us this morning. His radio, you know the Afters. They got a new song out. You'll be hearing that coming up in just a bit. So I'm understanding now the whole air fryer thing is a thing for Josh at least.
It is. We have it in our house. We've had it for a couple of years now, and we use it all the time, almost every day.
I've wanted one, but we just. I don't. My wife's like, we don't have room for one more small appliance in our house.
It's a big appliance.
It is
kinda big,
decently
actually.
sized, and we just keep it in the cabinet and then pull it out when we want to use it.
Sure.
See, that's all you need to do, Matt.
That's what I got to just talk her into it. I don't know. She's not. I don't know. She doesn't see the need for it in our lives. I do.
Oh, so veggies. You can put Brussels sprouts or whatever veggie you want, and you just put a little bit of olive oil on it, and then you put it in there, and it comes out all crispy but without
that
having to
sounds
fry
awesome.
it.
That
Is
sounds
4 minutes gone by yet?
Nope.
How much time? 3. This is
We're
the
almost there.
longest 4 minutes in my life.
It's gonna be worth it.
I hope so.
I'm excited.
I'll tell you what I would.
It's already. I felt like this was going to go bad the whole time. Do not walk away thinking we're idiots, please.
No,
Please.
I saw this on. So we're into smoking meat, Josh and I, and I saw this on Instagram the other day, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's my next thing that I need to tackle. But he made Korean short ribs, and I thought, oh my goodness. And so you cut the ribs before, and then you smoke them. Well, wait, first he marinated them in like a soy sauce, probably. He didn't say what it was. And then they smoked them until they were, basically done. But then they took them out and fried them in an air fryer. And then they were like crispy on the outside. And then they tossed them in Korean barbecue sauce.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's what happens
Can we
though.
send
You
somebody
see the
out for short
video
ribs?
and then you're like, I need to have this. That's what
Yes.
happened with this TikTok video.
Yeah. I
So
can
this is
see
from
that.
a TikTok video that's going viral or something.
How much more time? What? 1 minute? Okay.
1 minute. We're close.
We're watching
got-
the
this is a-
countdown
Oh,
of
that's
this
right.
thing.
This is a TikTok recipe.
this is the deal.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
The uncrustable.
Uncrustable. Okay.
Okay.
You throw it in the deep fryer, and then you.
You cook them or whatever you do. You fry the things. This has been the longest 4 minutes
Speaking
ever.
of TikTok, so when we were driving
That's
in,
interesting.
you were playing the new Katie Nicole song on the radio.
Yeah.
So she's super good friends with our family, kind of like family to us.
Is that your living room?
And that's my living
The
room.
whole
That video that
thing
went viral on TikTok. Yeah, that's our living room.
And that's my parking garage. No, that's not my parking garage.
Yep.
You have a parking garage?
No, I just
A whole parking garage?
yeah. That's how I roll.
How much more time? Please.
Ding, 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 ding.
Is it ready? Almost.
Almost.
So when we do the Traegering of meat, because Matt and I, that's what we really got into during the pandemic, was we both got Traegers, and we started a text group with other people who are in music and stuff who also love to smoke meat. And so we're doing briskets and pork shoulders and all kinds of things like that. But just like with this, you have to be patient. Because you pull it out too soon, it's just not ready.
They're
It's not gonna be
stretching
good.
time well. Have you noticed that? Okay, is it ready? Sir, who's serving? I guess Harlan's going to serve it. Okay, so
We have Uncrustables.
yeah, so the afters are here. We decided
It's going to be so good. I'm predicting.
we were thinking, we do this neat
Ooh.
thing. Liz's Ugly Bakery, she usually has everything done and cooked by now.
Wow, just throwing Harlan under the bus right there.
Yeah, because she's the one who
Goodness.
thought, the air fryer thing would be great.
Does she make you breakfast every morning?
No. No, and this is peanut butter and
look at
jelly.
that.
So
Cute.
Josh has his
look at
Uncrustable
that.
All right.
air fried
it's nice
thing.
and crispy.
Almost looks like a pot pie to me.
I might need
It
to do
does
this
kinda
for
look
my
like that.
kids.
Yeah, okay. So
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Okay.
let's see what happens.
Ooh, it's gooey inside.
Okay. You can hear a crunch.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Matt?
That's
You know,
really
this
good.
is also
Are
gonna
you
be-
afraid?
This is like going to be my first peanut butter and jelly sandwich since maybe I was
a kid?
yeah. Probably.
That's really good.
And?
Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, look how crispy that turned.
Well done. Well done.
Hey, don't tell my husband I can use this now.
We won't.
He'll make me.
The
Matt?
secret's out.
Huh. Well, that is interesting.
That is
interesting.
interesting.
See?
No,
So-
it's good. It's
Okay.
It comes
It's good,
across
I just-
kind of like, have you ever had peanut butter on a burger?
No.
What? No.
There's peanut butter jelly burgers. It's actually amazing. It sounds weird, but it's very savory. This comes across like that with a hot peanut butter.
But
This
with
is the
no meat.
anticlimactic thing that I. The whole air fryer
You
thing.
didn't try it.
No, I'm afraid to.
You got to do it, Rob.
It's so buttery and stuff. The afters are here. More of them coming up. His radio.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew. Liz on vacation. Harlan is in for her. And the afters are here this morning.
Yes.
It's Josh and Matt. And Matt, how is your knee doing? Because you had knee surgery not too long
I
ago.
did. Wow. Did I post about that?
You did,
My wife
yeah.
did. Yeah. It's doing really good. This is the lamest story. I should really make up a good story about how this happened. But I was literally just walking from my kitchen into our TV room, and I thought, oh, I forgot. I don't even remember what it was. I went in there to get a drink or something. Then I talked to my wife, and then I forgot why I went in there. And then I went back to the TV room, and I thought, oh wait, I was gonna get a drink, and I just turned to walk back in, and I felt something happen weird, and I thought, oh, that did not feel good. And that feeling never went away, and so I finally decided to do something about it.
You were having a hard
and it
time,
was
though. We'd be on the road,
it
and
really
you would be
was-
complaining about your knee.
You just never knew when it was going to happen, because turns out I had a little torn piece of meniscus that was like to touch the nerves that run through my leg there.
Oh, my word.
So it is a relatively simple procedure, and so they went in there, and of course I don't remember any of it. I was completely out, and they went in there and they cut that little piece of meniscus out.
And now he has the
Now,
knee of like a
right as
22-year-old.
rain.
Yeah, night and day, huh?
Yeah, it was a piece of cake, in and out.
Did that help inspire you to make gingerbread houses?
Look at that.
This is that's got to be my daughter's. She's my perfectionist, and she's also my artist. So yeah.
How old is she?
She's 18.
Oh,
there
I was
you
like,
go.
this looks
Yeah,
really
you're like-
good.
Graduating
A
from high
5-year-old
school.
definitely did not make that. Now, if you look, did you see if you saw my 11-year-old sons, then you wouldn't be impressed, or if you saw mine, even mine didn't look that
Not
good.
as
No.
impressive.
No, not quite.
So is she a senior in high school now?
Yeah,
You mentioned your daughter?
she's
At 18?
graduating. She's leaving for college in a couple of months.
Man.
I'm
We need
looking
prayer
forward to it.
because
Right?
both of us are suffering from. Well, it's such a bittersweet thing because you're so excited for them. You know, the future is bright, but then also it's kind of sad. You know, to have your child leaving. And
listen, 2 of mine have done that. I still have one more in the house, and it's like a grieving thing, man, because it's the end of childhood. It's over. It's done. I'm like, oh my word.
So we both have kids who are graduating in May. What would your advice be to dads who are about to have?
Dude, just hang on. I mean, it's tough. You're gonna bawl like a baby if you're emotional.
See, I think
bawl like a baby.
I think I'm gonna be okay when she leaves, but if at the end of college, if she like gets a job out of state or something, then I think that will be really hard for me. If she decides she's going to stay in Texas and she's going to be close enough to, you know, come see us on birthdays and holidays and stuff, then I think I'll be okay with that. And I'm really like, our family all still lives relatively close to each other, and we see each other for everybody's birthdays and Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that stuff. And so in my heart, I want to keep that going, you know, and I don't want to have to get on a plane to see my daughter,
Sure.
you know. So I think we'll see what happens. I may still cry when she leaves.
My son's actually skipping his graduation
For real.
to come on the road with Dad
that's nice.
and Matt. We had an offer come in for a tour in Australia, and so I told him we're not going to take it because obviously I'm not going to miss your graduation. And he was like, Dad, I want to go with you. He's like, the coolest story ever would be that I skipped my graduation to go on tour in Australia. So I was like, well, if that's really what you want to do.
I like how Matt, by the way, Josh and Matt from the Afters are with us this morning on his radio. I like how Matt was saying that the family lives close. Does your mom live close too?
Yeah. So my mom and dad just live right down the road, maybe a mile and a half away. Oh, look at my mom right there. And that's me. Look at that.
He's a little guy. He looks like, seriously, if you watch his radio TV later today with the On Demand, he looks like the kid from Santa Claus.
Yes.
Yes,
The
and
kid
that
from
picture,
Santa Claus?
Yes, you do look like. The
I guess
kid
I have to
from
watch
Santa
that
Claus.
movie. I haven't seen that movie.
It's the bowl haircut,
Tim Allen.
man.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It was in the 70s. So, my mom and dad live right down the road. They're about a minute and a half from me. And then all my brothers and sisters live within, probably the farthest one is maybe 45 minutes. So we all.
And you get together
That's
a
awesome.
lot.
Very close.
I love
Yeah.
that because our family lives so far away from each other.
How do they?
Yeah. Josh and Matt, the Afters, they're with us this morning on his radio. More with the Afters coming up.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
The Afters are with us this morning. It is Josh and Matt. I will say I'm just a little concerned about Josh's style of clothing.
Uh-oh.
When I
we about
saw,
to see?
I'm not sure what this was, but when I saw what you're
Yes,
gonna have,
the
Josh, you're gonna have
lederhosen.
to explain
Yeah, look at the lederhosen, yeah.
what this was.
Yeah.
This is-
Well, so Matt and I actually have alter egos. When we travel to Europe a lot with the band to do shows, and we do a tour there about once a year. And the first time we ever played, we flew into Germany, and it was a lot of the guys' first time to be in Europe. And so the thing is, phones don't work quite the same way there as they do here, because I thought, I'm going to have navigation. I don't need to get the navigation from the car rental place. I'll just use my phone. Well, didn't have service. So we're on German roads and we're lost. And so I have to figure out how to get back onto the highway, onto the Autobahn. So I stop at a store. It's an electronics store. And I go inside and ask for directions. And the guy was like, I don't know. Let me ask Klaus. And so Klaus, come over. Brings Klaus over, and then Klaus didn't know, so he's like, Fritzl, do you know? So Fritzl comes over, and then it was Heidi. Do you know what? So all these names that are like stereotypical German names, and I was like, guys, you won't believe it. I just met Klaus, Fritzl, Heidi.
I love this.
Yes.
Went through the whole thing. So we did figure out how to get back onto the highway. But then Matt and I took on these alter egos where I'm Fritzl and he's Klaus. And we started talking in German accents the whole time that we were over there. So
I mean, it wasn't really a German accent. It was like the Muppets. Like it was like a Muppet character German accent.
Yeah.
You know, like
And now you dress the part because now you have the short things on and the
So my kids,
suspenders.
my kids knew that story, and so when we go to Europe, because we have a lot of family in Holland, we go over there. I always end up talking like Fritzl, and so my kids were like, "You should dress up like Fritzl." So I found that.
There it is.
It's
Found the
quite
lederhosen.
amazing. So is Germany where you found your love for sushi, especially having your kids eat out of a boat full of sushi?
It's a very German thing, yes. So my son loves sushi. All my kids love sushi, which is kind of an expensive thing for them to love. But on
That's
their birthday,
impressive.
we'll let them pick a place to go eat. And my son wanted sushi, and we ordered a whole bunch, and it came out in a boat. Really cool.
What is
And they
he-
get really embarrassed because whenever the boat comes out, I go, "We got a boat!" And they're like, "Dad."
That's awesome.
That's fancy.
That is, what is he, 13, 14?
He is 10.
10.
10 years old.
10. Digging into the sushi.
That's
at 10.
my 10-year-old won't even eat a hot pocket.
Right? Yeah.
But has he had sushi?
Matt and Josh with us from the Afters. Tell me about Josh Fernando, who's...
Fernando is a new addition to our family.
Yeah.
Yep.
There he is.
Quite a sophisticated plant. He's always looked surprised. There's always has a surprise.
So surprised
We
to
have
see
a
you.
very eclectic family. We have Fernando. We have a tortoise named Jose, who is going to live to be, he's going to outlive all of us. He'll live to be about 100 years old and get to be over 100 pounds. And he's going to be with our family for a long time. We'll probably have to leave him to our grandkids someday.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that you had the opportunity to baptize your daughter. That is just so awesome.
Yeah. Same day. Oh, yes. So same day, I got to baptize my daughter and my son and Katie Nicole. I got to baptize Katie Nicole
No
as well.
way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that
But
like for you?
It was so special. I was an emotional wreck that day. You know, because you pray for the day when your kids make that decision on their own. You know, we grow up. I grew up in a Christian home, and I had to get to a point where my faith did become my own. It wasn't just something that my parents had taught me and that I believed because I always believed. Like there's a point where you have to make that decision, and you pray that for your kids, but nothing is a given. And it was just a beautiful thing. They wanted to do it on their own. They came and said, "Dad, I want to get baptized," and it was a beautiful day.
And they made their own choice. I
Made their
love
own
that.
choice to follow Jesus.
Josh and Matt, the Afters, along with us. The song is Say Goodbye. We're not saying goodbye to them. We say hello, but the song is Say Goodbye, Say Hello. Where did this come from?
Say goodbye, say hello. It's not the Beatles song.
No.
It's no. So these last couple years have been just crazy in so many ways. I mean, we've all gone through the gamut of emotions, and a lot of us have felt kind of some trauma from it, almost PTSD. And my wife, she's in Christian marriage and family therapy. That's what she does. And the waiting list that they have for people who are needing help, and this is relational help, marriage help, individual help, mental health help. It's months long waiting list because of how many people are dealing with things from these last couple of years. And so as we were thinking through and kind of processing these couple of years, I was looking at my own life, and my wife always asks this great question. She says, "Well, what are some things you can do right now that future you will be glad that you did?" And I really started thinking about that. I thought, well, there's some things that I don't want to bring into the future. There's some habits that I have, some, struggles that I have. I don't want that to be a part of the future. And we live in a world that defines us by a lot of our negative things. We get defined by the struggles that we have, the mistakes that we made, the past. And those aren't the things that define who we are. Like, we're defined by being loved by God and wanted by God. We belong with God. We're a child of God. The things that define us are beautiful, and those are the things we need to lean into. So there's a passage in Scripture, 2 Corinthians 5:17, where it says, when you belong to God, you're a new creation. The old life is gone, and your new life has begun. And I've just seen that over and over again in my family. I have a sister who was an atheist for 15 or 20 years and just walked away from her faith. She was an archaeologist, and the archaeology community has a lot of people who do not believe that the Bible was real, and she started to believe that. And there was a beautiful story of my dad giving his Bible to her before he passed away, and it just sat on her bookshelf until she went through this really hard season, and she would wake up at night, and she would come and walk through her living room, and she found that Bible sitting there one day in the middle of the night when she couldn't go to sleep, and she opened it up and saw a scripture that my dad had highlighted. And it popped off the page, and the next 2 nights she went back to the Bible and opened it up, and every time there was a scripture that just spoke to her and the hard things she was going through. And she actually ended up calling me, and she said, "Josh, I want to give my life to Jesus." And I prayed with her. 3 months later, she flew out to Arizona where I live, and I got to baptize my sister, and she's been on fire for Jesus. But if you had known her before, you would not believe she was the same person now. and she's just on fire. And her husband, who's an Israeli Jew, he's also a Christian now. He gave his life to Jesus. It is on fire.
So
crazy.
So
amazing.
I've seen that God can turn things around. He can transform lives and hearts. And I have a brother who was a drug addict for 10 years. He was on meth for over 10 years, and God delivered him from that. So yeah, just seeing that God can deal with our past, and that He loves us no matter what we bring into this relationship with Him. He loves us. And that our future with Him is so bright and so beautiful. And that's what we need to see our identity in.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I have a question. Maybe Harlan will know, because she's like, she loves fun. She loves games. She does this kind of stuff. What in the world is pickleball?
So I think it's a mix between tennis and ping pong and badminton, and you set it up. I'm sure there's courts, but what I saw on the street that I used to live on is that people would set it up with the net. Thank you. I was like, what is that thing called? The net in the middle of the road, and then they would block traffic by playing it back and forth in the road. And it's just this fun little family activity that can turn super competitive.
So it seems like it's tennis to me, but it's almost like volleyball, but the paddles are not tennis rackets.
No, they're much smaller. And the wiffle, it's much more air driven, so it's not quite tennis where the ball goes where you send it.
So it's a different ball.
It has a mind of its own.
It's a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
So the paddles are not hard then, because they almost look like the same kind of racket that you would use if you're doing racquetball.
I think they're a little softer.
Okay.
I think. I just
so it's
saw
more
people
friendly for
playing
kids.
It. Right.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you're super competitive. And in that case, I saw some things with the competitiveness.
I'm sure
down
I
the
would
road.
be. I couldn't play pickleball.
But I guess because of the pandemic, people being stuck at home, this is when it first came out as this big craze, because people could do it at home in their streets. So you'd get this like home kit rather than playing on the court. And then I'm telling you, my neighbors down the road blocked the entire street.
How did the other neighbors take to that?
I don't know. The cars couldn't drive through, but you weren't allowed to go anywhere anyway.
Everybody's playing pickleball.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't feel like we should do this, but now we have to. It's Rob and Liz, Harlan filling in this week, his morning crew. So after 7:30 or around 7:30, this group, the Afters, big songs, the Afters, huge songs. I mean, these are the Afters. Okay, they're going to be here. And Harlan wants to, what is it called, an air fryer? You want to air fry this thing.
I want to air fry Uncrustables.
They don't know how to figure out this machine. They're looking at it. Ninja's looking at it. She thinks she might be able to, Jake is like, I don't know. Harlan is like, it's all the things.
All the things.
Whatever.
We've touched all the buttons.
She can't, nobody knows how to figure out how to, and we're going to blow it. The Afters are going to be here. We're going to blow it. We're going to try to do this, and they're going to walk away go, what just happened?
It's going to be a memory.
They're going to, why did they even just try? So Kim's here at 800-447-7234. You can help, Kim?
Screw up. What kind is it?
Oh.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean-
Jake, what is it? Just yell. There's got to be a brand on the front of it. There's a name.
It's like an HD TV one my mother-in-law got us for Christmas.
What is it?
It's red.
What is it?
Power XL.
Okay, it's a Power XL.
No, mine was a New Wave. And if it's got a warm button, which for the warm, mine has like this little wave. Just push that button and you can adjust the time. I mean, because you don't have to put it in there for 30 minutes.
Carolyn's
Then
got
you'll
question marks all over her face.
There's a warm button?
Yeah.
Jake, does it
Yeah.
have a warm button on it?
It has a keep warm.
Okay, so there's something that resembles a warm button.
What did it say on TikTok? But that's a cheap video.
What did it say on TikTok? Nothing. There was some great music, and then they threw it in there, and then it came out, and it looked good.
They show the finer things on TikTok.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Florence is here at 800-447-7234. Florence, I understand you have some experience with the air fryer.
I just used the fryer for the first time this year, and it's really awesome.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is it supposed to smell? Because this one smells like it's burning.
Has she ever used it?
I mean, my husband has.
It probably just has something in there from when he cooked last.
Because I'm worried about this thing. Now that it's on and it's making all this, I don't know if you can hear it, but now it's making all this noise. That's it.
Nope.
So,
Oh, my goodness.
yeah, I know, right?
Well, they're a little noisy.
Is it supposed to sound like this?
No, that doesn't sound good.
I know. And there's this aroma that's coming out of it now. What do you suggest? I mean, the afters are going to be here.
Actually, I was going to say maybe you guys should just put one of the crustables in there. But if you Google it, it'll tell you how to use it. It's really simple.
Do we have extra food? I mean, do we have enough to go around?
I think so.
Okay. Florence, thanks for the help.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Super impressed by the commitment here. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew. I'm Harlan filling in for Liz. She will be back on Monday.
Gail is committed. I mean, she's been at the Longhorn Steakhouse forever, it seems like, forever. So much so that now Gail is a grill master legend.
The legend.
She has grilled, get this is crazy. She's grilled over 1 million steaks at the time that she's been at the Longhorn Steakhouse. 1 million.
That's commitment. A job well done.
Right? And she's great at it. I mean, she's a great chef. So she's grilled that many, over 1 million. She's now officially a grill master legend at Longhorn Steakhouse. And they just gave her a $5,000 check for her longevity in doing what she's done, her accomplishment.
That's awesome because nowadays, you don't stick around that long.
Oh, that's true.
No way the Longhorn has many employees who have been around for 20 years doing the same thing day in, day out, grilling things. She's found something she loves.
Well, I'm just impressed. I'm colorblind, so I really can't cook meat well because if I look in the middle, because I'm told if it's pink, you need to cook it some more. I don't know if it's pink.
Oh,
right?
All I know is that if it's pink, that's how you're supposed to eat it.
That's raw, though.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Okay, let me start with I don't eat meat. Okay?
Okay.
I don't eat this.
Fair enough.
Paul is Mr. Chef, my husband. This is why he cooks. And he said if it's pink, that's how you're supposed to eat it. If you can't see the pink, then you shouldn't be eating it.
Doesn't that mean it's cooked?
It's too done.
It's too done? I have no idea.
And he is very adamant about this.
So if you ever do eat meat, is it well done? Is it medium rare? Is it rare? What is it for Harlan?
It's whatever Paul says you have to. My once a year bite.
Stop it.
Ugh.
Let's say you haven't been married to Paul yet. Pre-Paul years, how did you eat your meat?
I didn't.
You haven't eaten meat for that. How long have it been?
It's been 20 years. Other than
since a kid?
Way past kids, like college.
Way past kids.
College. I'm old. It's college.
No, she's not that old.
Listen,
she's
though,
not that old.
She's
a baby.
I have
20
a
years
once
ago.
a year bite that I am required to eat.
Huh?
Just to ensure that I still don't like it, and there has to be some pink in it.
So you don't eat meat because you don't like meat.
I don't like it.
That's fascinating to me.
Do you like it?
Meat?
Yeah.
Meat potatoes every day.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
My dog has cost a lot of money. A puppy, a brand new puppy, thousands of dollars, right? Let me tell you about Ollie. Ollie was a little girl's birthday present. She's 9.
Oh, she got a puppy for her birthday?
Yes.
How nice is that?
Yes. Little Ollie. Here we go. A Lagotto Romagnolo.
What?
You heard me.
What? That's the breed.
A Lagotto Romagnolo.
That's not how you say it.
Lagotto Romagnolo.
There you go.
There you go. The breed is known for digging. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's going to cost a lot of money in the backyard, all these things. Well, they dig up truffles. And not only do they dig up truffles, but apparently they dig up thousands of dollars in old coins. At least this one did. So instead of costing a ton of money, this dog has actually made this family on their first walk over $7,000.
So is this dog sniffing this stuff out?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by truffles? He's finding candy? Is it truffle a candy or something?
It's a very high-end mushroom, like very high-end mushroom.
Oh.
I think.
I'm so cultured.
stump or something. I don't know.
I
But
thought it was a candy.
No. You
I
grate
know,
it in
mushroom.
oil and it makes everything fancy.
So
Like,
this dog sniffs out this stuff.
Yeah.
And then digs it up.
actually, pigs are known for sniffing it out for real. But
The truffles or the money?
the truffles. This
Okay.
breed does that as well. But then he sniffed out thousands of dollars worth of gold coins, like dating back to before any of us were
On this
born.
one beach, you just found all this stuff, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Just dug it up, hanging out with his fam on their first walk, and they make $7,000.
That's nice.
Yeah. I do not need my husband hearing about that.
Why?
Because our dog has, I'm telling you, every time we turn around,
Your dog's
something else
digging?
goes back. Well, digging and just costing us thousands of dollars. And this
Okay.
dog is over here making thousands of dollars on its first walk.
Well, then there you go.
There.
And what's the breed again?
Oh, man. Really?
Yeah, please.
A Lagotto Ragagamanola.
No.
Lagodo Romagnolo.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Gas prices are pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much do you think 12 gallons would be? You fill it up. I mean, it's what? 4 something a gallon average?
Yeah.
It's under 3 gallons now.
412 is the average nationwide times what? 40 gallons?
No, 12.
12. I talk for a living. I don't math.
Never mind. Maryland and math. This is awesome. Okay. She's not going to balance my checkbook. All right. So this person pumped their gas. At the end of it, the receipt comes out at 12 gallons. It was $5.64.
Okay, that does not equal $5.
No, it does not. It's like, wait a minute, what? There's something wrong here. So this person walked into the owner and said, hey, listen, I think there's something wrong with your pump because I was only charged $5.64. I owe you so much more. The guy went, what? And then he started to cry. This is the owner of the gas station now. This is his gas station. He figured out, dude, 5 hours ago, I put in the wrong price in the computer.
No.
For 5 hours, people took advantage of him. So all these people for 5 hours went, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I love this guy's honesty, but at the same time.
And so I started thinking. So I turned the thoughts on me and I thought, okay, if I pulled up to a gas station and I got that price, would I pull out and go, I just paid $5 for 15 gallons of gas. Score, dude, I'm out of here. Or would I have walked in and said, listen, there's something wrong with your pump because I just got charged only this. What would have I done? You know?
I'm waiting for that answer.
I don't know the answer. I would hope I would do what this one person did.
But how?
I'd hope I would do that.
I guess I just don't pay any attention. So.
Yeah, you'd notice that.
Would I?
You would.
Have you met me?
Yes.
I don't notice
Listen,
anything.
the first thing what do you follow? Do you follow the dollars when it's pumping or do you follow the gallons when it's pumping?
I put it in, get back in the car, text, blah, 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 get out, take it out, close the thing, and leave.
So you don't even look at the price on the pump?
It makes me sad. Why do I want to be sad? No.
Okay. Well, that's honest.
I don't look at anything,
That's
so
honest.
I wouldn't even notice.
I always look at the price. I'm watching the dollars go up.
But then you're the one crying.
Yeah, right?